Welcome to the We Level Up Treatment Center video series. In today's video we will discuss how to sober up fast. Uncover the top 12 effective ways and tips how to get sober fast. The first and most important step to sobering up quickly is to know your own limits and drink responsibly. Make sure to stay within your drinking limits and drink plenty of water between alcoholic beverages so that you don't get too intoxicated too quickly. It's also important to pace yourself and space out your drinks over time so that your body can process alcohol safely. Additionally, eat something when you're drinking that is high in protein. Protein can help absorb alcohol more quickly. A person needs time to recover from heavy alcohol or drug use before they can resume normal activities sober. Although there are certain short-term methods to enhance one's physical and mental capabilities, it is nearly never possible to sober up rapidly. However, some people claim to employ meals that quickly sober you up. We look at the best quick sobering up techniques. Even if someone uses a technique to sober up fast by improving their alertness, they shouldn't drive or make crucial judgments until the effects have completely left. It may take hours for alcohol or other narcotics to be expelled from the body, depending on how much has been consumed. As a result, your strategy for how to get sober quickly should give you ample time to recover while supported by additional steps to get sober faster. Here are 12 tips to help you sober up quicker. Drink coffee. The stimulant effects caffeine creates heightens alertness. But it doesn't decrease the amount of alcohol the liver needs to metabolize, so intoxication still occurs. Getting enough water to stay hydrated is also essential. Coffee and similar caffeine stimulants can help improve your alertness. Take a cold shower. Blood alcohol levels are not lowered by taking a cold shower. But for a little period of time, it can help someone feel more awake and aware. However, if you have signs of alcohol poisoning, avoid taking a cold shower. According to studies, brain damage brought on by alcohol poisoning is exacerbated by the cold. The low temperatures worsen the damage by impairing vital brain control and function, which could result in death. Hydration. Water may be equally useful for both satisfying thirst and sobering up after drinking. Staying hydrated is important for those trying to get sober fast. Water is your best bet, as it helps flush the toxins from your body, clears the brain fog, and helps with the withdrawal symptoms that you may experience when trying to get sober quickly. Additionally, some healthy beverages such as tea or juice can help make sure that you stay hydrated. Enzyme tablets. What if a medication made it possible for any inebriated individual to immediately pass a DUI test? A team from the UCLA Henry Simoli School of Engineering and Applied Science has created one. It has oxidase, which metabolizes alcohol, and another enzyme that gets rid of the toxic waste that oxidase creates. The study's findings, which were published in Nature Nanotechnology, suggest that the capsule appears to process alcohol similarly to the liver. The medication lowered the mice's blood alcohol level by 45% in just 4 hours, according to the study. Smoothies. Your typical ginger, apple, carrot smoothie is full of nutrients that will help you recover from heavy alcohol use more quickly. Sleep. How to sober up quickly before bed. One of the best methods to recover from heavy alcohol use is to get enough sleep. The body may heal and regenerate when it is rested. Even a little snooze can aid in the metabolization process as the body recovers from heavy alcohol consumption. A person will feel sober with more sleep. Exercise. How to get sober from alcohol fast. Exercise can assist in waking up the body and increasing alertness. Although the scientific evidence is conflicting, it might also hasten the metabolism of alcohol. Carbon or charcoal capsules. Capsules containing carbon or charcoal, which are available in health food stores, have been said to aid with sobering up. However, there is no proof to support this. Avoid bad carbonation. Your body may absorb alcohol more quickly from high alcohol content carbonated beverages like beer, champagne, or even cocktails like rum and coke than from non-carbonated beverages. A 2007 study of 21 participants found that when vodka was mixed with a carbonated beverage rather than water, 66% of those who drank it absorbed the alcohol more quickly. Good carbs. Buffets with bread may help with alcohol absorption, and eating anything can slow down the absorption of alcohol. Naturally, the act of eating can also reduce your likelihood of consuming too much alcohol. Eating meals high in fat, protein, or carbohydrates will prolong stomach emptying and lessen the amount of alcohol that is absorbed, according to a 2012 study in the journal Clinical Liver Disease. The clock. According to the International Alliance for Responsible Drinking, one drink takes your body an hour to absorb. Thus, plan for an hour wait time per drink for alcohol to exit your system. Love. Even though we frequently drink alcohol to avoid losing our passion, it's that romantic passion that can release hormones to help us sober up faster. Injecting animals with the hormone linked with love, oxytocin, helped them quickly regain their motor and cognitive functions after alcohol impairment, according to a study from the Universities of Sydney and Regensburg. The findings are presented in PNAS, or the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, a peer-reviewed journal of the National Academy of Sciences. Therefore, instead of putting off having sex because you have a headache, consider how it might prevent the 3-martini hangover. Intimate relations can be a fun activity and technique for how to sober up fast. How to sober up fast from weed. If you have smoked weed and are trying to sober up quickly, the best thing to do is to drink plenty of water, get some fresh air, and go for a walk. Eating a light snack may also help, as it can give your body the energy it needs to sober up. If you are still feeling the effects of weed or marijuana and are struggling to sober up, you may benefit from a home remedy like drinking a glass of cranberry juice to clear your system. Additionally, over-the-counter medications like aspirin or ibuprofen may help lessen the effects of the weed's high, though these should only be taken after consulting a medical professional. Finally, look into natural remedies such as ginger tea or an herbal supplement, as they may also provide relief. How long to get sober faster? Do you want to know how to get sober fast? Is that even possible? Or how long does it take for someone to sober up? Contrary to popular belief, only time will cause you to sober up. However, a variety of variables, including gender, medications, and health, might impact intoxication and make blood alcohol level climb and reduce more slowly. A person with a blood alcohol level of 0.08 will take around 6 hours to sober up if they stop drinking. The amount of alcohol you consume often determines how long it takes you to sober up. In conclusion, how quickly you sober up depends on the aforementioned factors as well as your food and water intake, and exercise you engage in while drinking. What is the fastest way to sober up for driving? Sobering up fast for driving is unwise because trying to figure out how to sober up fast before driving isn't a good idea. Your blood alcohol level will remain high until your liver has time to process the alcohol and get it out of your blood. You could be pulled over and charged with drunk driving or get into a serious car accident harming yourself or others. Alcohol builds up in your system while you're intoxicated because your liver didn't have time to metabolize and break it down. The amount of alcohol in a specific volume of blood is used to calculate the blood alcohol level. The measurement's outcome is known as the blood alcohol concentration or blood alcohol level. Driving while intoxicated is prohibited in all states of the United States. According to estimates, 29 people a day in the U.S. pass away in alcohol-related car accidents, with one death every 50 minutes. The time required for the liver to break down alcohol in the body is what doctors see as the only real basis for how to lessen alcohol effect quickly. Allowing enough time for the effects of intoxication to wear off is the correct solution to the question of how to get sober fast. Is there a safe approach to drinking? There is no safe level of alcohol use, according to recent research that has been supported by a sizable new international study. The risk of cancer and other diseases surpasses the potential benefits of moderate drinking, according to the experts, who also acknowledge that it may help prevent heart disease. The researchers compared people who did not drink at all with those who had one alcoholic drink each day using data from individuals aged 15 to 95. They discovered that 914 non-drinkers out of 100,000 will experience an injury or develop an alcohol-related health issue, such as cancer. Alcohol may have a preventive effect on a few conditions, but prior research has shown that drinking alcohol at any level increases overall health risks. The preventive effects of heart disease are outweighed by the high correlation between alcohol use and the risk of cancer, accidents, and infectious diseases. Saying there is no safe amount of alcohol consumption does not seem to be a justification for abstinence given the pleasure that is probably linked with moderate drinking. There is obviously no safe amount of drinking before driving, yet the government does not advise against it. In reality, there is no safe living level for alcohol. How to sober up permanently. Many people want to know the secret of sobering up fast. There are other theories out there that claim to have found the solution on how to sober up fast and stay that way. There is nothing you can do to quicken the liver's process of eliminating alcohol from your blood. Unfortunately, sobering up fast is not an option. For some, if you are trying to get sober fast, because you drink often and frequently, the best course of action is to seek help from qualified professionals and therapists. This could include talking to an addiction therapist or drug counselor, attending an AA support group, and joining an AA 12-step program. Additionally, medications like naltrexone can help reduce cravings and withdrawal symptoms of alcohol addiction, so speak with a doctor about the possibility of using this or other medications to assist with sobriety. Alcohol has the potential to be addictive. Alcohol use does not always lead to addiction, but certain people can be more prone to addiction. For instance, a person who abuses alcohol might only consume alcohol once per week. However, when someone drinks frequently, they might put themselves in danger or consume too much alcohol, which could lead to issues. Addiction is a chronic condition characterized by unchecked, continuing substance use, despite the negative effects. Alcohol use disorders, AUD, are frequently identified in people with alcohol addiction, who may also have a reliance on the drug. Addiction to alcohol and drugs can be treated, but it's not that easy. People cannot quit using drugs for a few days and expect to be cured since addiction is a chronic sickness. The majority of people need ongoing or repeated care to rebuild their lives and keep their sobriety. If you need support, please reach out for help. That's it for today. If you like our video, please let us know. Have a great day.